a regulatory shakeup is happening in America and around the world, you need to understand how the crypto market is changing. There are altcoin projects making serious leaps and bounds. In today's video, I'm going to clue you in. Subscribe to the channel, daily crypto coverage, keeping you informed. If you're interested in making money in crypto, subscribe to the channel. We need to talk about Binance in Canada. We need to talk about Florida and CBDCs. We need to talk about Texas and digital assets. Binance calls it quits in CZ's home country of Canada. Binance is leaving Canada and blaming the new rules. Binance has withdrawn itself from the Canadian market, the crypto exchange announced on Twitter May 12th. It called its withdrawal proactive as new guidance issued by Canadian regulators continues to take a toll on the country's crypto industry. Binance explained in a tweet, quote, "Unfortunately, new guidance related to stablecoins and investor limits provided to crypto exchanges makes the Canada market no longer tenable for Binance at this time. The new CSA rules, Canada's Standards Association, their new rules prohibit firms, quote, from permitting Canadian clients to enter into crypto contracts to buy and sell any crypto asset that it itself is a security and or a derivative, and defines stablecoins as a security." As you recall, OKX pulled out of Canada markets in March. It was followed in April by the decentralized exchange DYDX and blockchain fintech Paxos. Binance sent Canadian users an email. Within the email, they said this: "While we do not agree with the new guidance, we hope to continue to engage with Canadian regulators aimed at a thoughtful, comprehensive regulatory framework. CZ will continue to fight for crypto holders in Canada. Hopefully, Canada one day welcomes him back home with open arms." In the States, specifically the state of Florida, Governor Ron DeSantis, who's running for president, bans CBDCs within the state. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis signed a bill on Friday banning the use of a centralized digital dollar, otherwise known as a central bank digital currency or CBDC, within the state. DeSantis has been relentless in his attacks on CBDCs, saying last week that they were part of woke politics and he wants to combat them. He also referred to CBDCs as Big Brother's digital dollar. Listen to DeSantis speak on this bill he just passed banning CBDCs.
Are you interested in giving these economic central planners more power over our economy, more power over your daily life and your economic activity? And I answer that question, HE double hockey sticks, no, we cannot have that happening. And so that's why we're here today. So last year, President Biden issued an executive order to explore the creation of a U.S. central bank digital currency, effectively converting the dollar into a centralized digital currency. And this is different than things like cryptocurrency, Bitcoin. A centralized digital currency is directly controlled and issued by the government to consumers, and it provides the government with a direct view of all consumer activities. And so today, I'm here to call on the legislature to pass legislation to expressly forbid the use of CBDC as money within Florida's Uniform Commercial Code. This will ensure that Florida continues to be a state that supports innovation in the financial sector through the market while protecting against government surveillance over your personal finances. But our legislation shouldn't stop there. Given the continued increase in Chinese influence in worldwide affairs and increase in plans to adopt CBDC worldwide, our legislation also prohibits any CBDC issued by a foreign reserve or government-sanctioned central bank. This will ensure that any effort to adopt a worldwide digital currency will never occur in the free state of Florida.
Texas, also pro-freedom, also pushing back against digital asset tyranny, the right to use digital assets to be added to Texas Bill of Rights, alongside gun rights, alongside the right to a quick and fair trial. Using digital assets will become the God-given right of Texans. The state of Texas has made a historic move by voting on an amendment that includes possession, retainment, and utilization of cryptocurrencies in its state Bill of Rights, signaling a major step towards digital asset adoption. The official bill states, quote, "The right of the people to own, hold, and use a mutually agreed upon medium of exchange, including cash, coin, bullion, Digital currency or private issued scrip when trading and contracting for goods and services shall not be infringed. If contested by the federal government, this could spark a nationwide precedent to add the use of digital assets to the United States Bill of Rights. Texas isn't stopping there. A Texas Bitcoin mining bill has passed. Energy companies can now mine Bitcoin to help lower their emissions by recycling the harmful flared and vented gas caused by oil wells. Bitcoin mining is shown to help reduce 62% of carbon impact. Listen to the Texas Blockchain Council speak on this.
We are thrilled to announce that the Texas House and Senate have just passed our flare gas mitigation bill, House Bill 591. This bill will soon go to Governor Abbott's desk for signature. House Bill 591 is a bill that clarifies that oil and gas operators can sell formerly flared or vented gas for on-site consumption for mobile data centers. Oftentimes, these mobile data centers will be Bitcoin miners powered by natural gas generators. There's a 63% carbon impact reduction when gas is redirected in this way. It's a great example of industries coming together to create economic activity, jobs, and tax revenue, while at the same time mitigating carbon emissions. We want to recognize and thank Representative Giovanni Capriglione, the House author, Senator Cesar Blanco, the Senate author, Spencer Schumacher, the Executive Director of the Innovation and Technology Caucus of the Texas Legislature, and TBC members who spent countless hours researching and testifying on this bill. Members like Brent Whitehead, Griffin Habe, Brandon Martin, and many others. Thank you all for your efforts.
1 million addresses now officially own 1 Bitcoin or more. Last year's Bitcoin price plunge drove greater ownership of more than 1 Bitcoin, now reaching 1 million addresses. This is that chart. 1 million. Dan Ashmore, head of research at Investo Group, told Blockworks that holding a full Bitcoin is equal to roughly half of the median U.S. salary. So while it's now easier than it was back in late 2021, it could eventually be out of reach for many once again if high prices return. Now, according to Ashmore, the 1 million milestone highlights how deeply Bitcoin has established itself in the mainstream realm in recent years. I agree with this. Gala news. Do you like Gala? Do you hold Gala? Rosario Dawson to star in NFT-backed anime series from Gala. The pilot for Ghost of Ruin will be shopped to streamers after premiering exclusively to NFT holders. In addition to this news, last month, actors Danny Trejo and Mina Suvari jumped aboard Razor, another Web3 native series from Gala set to premiere exclusively on the startup's platform this summer. Gala team confirmed that Gala Films is working with both Mark Wahlberg and The Rock. Listen to Jason and Buck's Gala leadership talk about this.
We disclosed, gave you a little bit more about our partners for film, and yes, we are working with Mark Wahlberg's company and The Rock's company. That wasn't false information. That is in fact true. We're working with lots of other production companies too, who have got some incredible stuff coming up. So really excited.
Solana is opening up a 25,000 square foot office space in New York. Despite shuttering stores earlier this year, the company behind the 10th largest crypto is opening a co-working space. Located in Lower Manhattan, those working on Solana projects will be able to co-work in the space, and Solana-related events will also take place there. Uniswap leapfrogs Coinbase thanks to Pepe and other meme coins. Amid the craze generated by Pepe, which saw its market cap surpass $1 billion for a meme coin last week, decentralized exchange Uniswap overtook Coinbase in daily volume. It's worth noting that Uniswap as a protocol has 3 different versions across 6 different blockchains, including Ethereum, Arbitrum, Optimism. Meanwhile, Coinbase supports Ethereum and all EVM-compatible networks. This isn't the first time that Uniswap has beat Coinbase on volume. It happened several times in 2022, especially after the collapse of FTX in November, driving traders away from centralized exchanges. And in fact, this year has been quite positive for Uniswap, which saw 2 months in a row, February and March, of higher trading volumes than its centralized competitor. Coinbase sits at 2nd place for centralized cryptocurrency exchanges by volume. Binance is number 1 for centralized exchanges. Uniswap is the premier decentralized trading spot for users, quadrupling its closest competitor, PancakeSwap, over the past 7 days. Litecoin transactions have set a new record high. Litecoin transactions up 500% on LTC20 token hype, similarly to Bitcoin's BRC20 token hype, both implementing the Taproot soft fork. past couple years, speculation on ordinals has moved beyond Bitcoin into Litecoin is the point. And Litecoin is rapidly approaching its halving in August, so Litecoin holders are excited about this. So much is happening in cryptocurrency. Subscribe to the channel, join the team. I'll see you tomorrow.